Marco Jacobs Media.
Alright, Yahya Marat. He's going to talk first, obviously.
Drop him on.
You guys so much getting this long. Sorry guys.
We all have kids, it's quite a bullet.
Yeah, this is the best press conference I've been to.
Alright, any questions, guys?
Dobbo, to start off, you said in the week you guys are ready for the fire, but it looks like you guys were a bit on the back foot, not a bit on the back foot, but you were after that kick-off in the first half. Just talk to us about the start there.
Yeah, obviously, we missed two of those kickoffs up. But I thought physically they were on top of us for the first large portion of that game. We knew they'd come like that, and we had to weather the storm. But I never expected them to get so many yards so easily on attack. I don't think we carried very well at them either. The time that we did go direct, we got the try quite easily. But it wasn't our best effort. Yeah, I thought we took a while to get. We knew we'd have to ride out a hell of a storm. It's tricky because when you're in the storm, you think everything's going badly. But in the week, we knew it was going to be tough. Probably the overriding disappointment for me was how we didn't close that game out. You know, I knew we'd have to weather the storm. I knew that we'd get away from them in the second half a little bit. But then we really made it very difficult after the end.
So that's it.
What is the deal over there in that corner? I mean, is the sun really?
I was checking with the physios. They said there's quite a bit of glare. I don't know if maybe on this side, but it was. They said it was glare. It didn't sound like it was blinding. You know.
The way the guys are filming it looked like it was.
Yeah, it was poor. Yeah.
And in terms of that wind coming through over from there, it looked like the ball flighted quite a bit because Evans take. He came forward because it looked like he was ready
must
for the
judge the
ball,
flight, yeah.
but then that ball just flew over his head, the moon.
Yeah, look, I think we can blame conditions to a certain extent, but conditions played a part for both teams, and we just need to handle those situations much better. Yeah.
Top of that's 20 minutes aside, the start where you couldn't really get your hands on the ball. The way the guys again defended, I mean that's your probably a get out of jail card with the scrums. But the Lions squandering 2 or 3 chances, and they would have pulled away if the defense wasn't up to.
Yeah, they could easily got to 17-3. I thought they were very good. They were unlucky not to be more in the lead come half time. Probably unlucky to not get at least a draw in that game. So, but yeah, defences. In the last minutes there, I thought they played quite a clever play. We call it the milk. They bring it back. We were found a bit short there with Andre Hugo, but then we defend really well to Evan got the steal, and that wins us. It bails us out often, doesn't it? Our defence. So we didn't really. To my mind, it was a poor performance. Okay, like I said, like the carrying in the first half, we didn't put them under pressure. We wanted to be direct with them. And as I said to you, at the end of the game, I think we should close it out.
John, you speak about poor performance, but a sign of a good team is one that can win even when they play badly. Talk to us about the character. I mean, someone as well, the character of this team. What really makes them tick?
Yeah, I think that first half team, we were under so much cock, and then we get back to 10-10, and then we defend really well. Okay, then we mess up the restart again. But these guys they tackle for each other. I mean, they let Moon talk to it probably, but there's something in this group. You know, in no stage do you feel worried that these teams are going to get rolled over.
Yeah, I think it's just look, our squad is made up of not many big names. We've got the obvious Damian Willemse and Sacha, but it's just a bunch of guys that are willing to work for each other, do the ugly things, do the unseen work. And I think it comes down to that.
So I know much was said about the pitch in the week as well, and you mentioned that the conditions were the same for everyone. How did you find it?
Look, it wasn't too bad. Obviously, the bounce of the ball was hectic at times, but I felt the set pieces, scrums, thought we could have maybe gotten more reward if we were a bit more patient.
Yeah.
But I felt the pitch held nicely. But on the contrary, the bounce of the ball was quite
Is there going to be a significant improvement in the pitch by the 3rd of January? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they said so.
No motocross next week.
Huh?
No motocross next week.
No, they said they promised to be a lot different by then.
Just the one thing that's really impressed me about you guys this season has been your game management, particularly later in the game. But even when you took control of the game today, it almost seemed as if you were conspiring against yourselves.
That to me is the most frustrating about the thing about today's game. I knew that the start would be tough. I said it's easy to say in the week when it's happening live. It's tough for the guys out there. It's tough. You always think this is something horrible is unfolding, but we knew it would be tough. What wasn't, to get 14 clear and then overplay in the middle of the field, not put a contestable up there, go for reminded me a little bit of, okay, I'm not going to say it, the old days when we do on a cross kick, on advantage, a scrum advantage in our 22. They could have just easily, or Richard Creel could have just as easily scored. We should have, Warwick got charged down there. So I thought what we've been so good at was the closing out, haven't we? We should have done we should have done a 5-minute, we should have done the maul, and we came with a slider, which we actually knocked him, and something went wrong, I can't remember. So all those traits that's to me the word, the start was meant to be tough, and it was tough, and that was the poor thing of the game. 14 up, we shouldn't have, and by the end we were holding up wood, even we were still under the post, not to be a draw. So.
Just the other thing, you might have addressed this in another press conference. Is Dylan Maart here for long, or is he one of those guys going back to Greek soon?
We're busy sort of chatting to them about converting him.
Because he's definitely looks like he should stay.
He wants to stay. I think the people want him to stay. Crickers are very open to it, so we'll do the conversion. It's weird that a region like us, which normally has, I say, the broader region, has wings falling off trees, we haven't really got that at the moment. It's unusual, and I don't think it's unique to us, but it's odd. So Dylan's important to us, and he's a great guy, a great story, great individual.
Well, something which you guys are normally good at, the kicking game and kick receipt. I don't know if you guys went 13-2 or 12-3, what was but they dominated, they found touch, balls rolling out, putting you guys under pressure. How did you feel just in the first half regarding that?
Yeah, I thought they were putting the contestables up, we put no pressure on their contestables, we lost a lot of them. I know Dylan and Sacha got one each, but I just felt we were beaten in the air. They got the 50-22 for a poor kick, kicked the ball directly out. No, we lost it badly. So that's what was so absent about today, was that sort of normal maturity that we normally have with that. And I don't think that's where the problem was.
Moon, just like we've been speaking about this the whole season, you touched on the scrums. I think it was 5 or 6 penalties for you guys. The Lions feel differently. They think it was one for them, one for you. However, you guys got the reward. But just that mauls again, because you guys had 4 22-meter entries and they had 10. So if you swap it around and you give them set piece dominance, this would have been a different game. But you guys taking that opportunities, how does that feel? So, because we spoke about this yesterday, Double, about just the 22-meter entries, getting in there, putting it there. How do you guys feel? Because you guys look confident, you guys are working, even if you guys are peeling away, you're not double banking, you're not obstructing. Yeah, it's looking good.
Look, I think Double mentioned it during the week in the presser. I think we're getting a lot of reward of our scrum, and subsequently we're getting entries into the 22 meters. And a lot of credit needs to go to Coach Rito for the work that he's putting into our maul and into our line-out. And obviously the collective as players, everyone bought into that. I think our maul is going fairly well. Still have a lot of work to do, but we saw towards I think, what was it, early in that second half, we saw the reward that we can get from our maul. So a lot of credit to Coach Rito and the boys. Yeah.
Just lastly from my side, Paul de Villiers, Oakdale, doing really well, coming through S120s. I think we need to speak about him because he didn't just come from yesterday. He's been coming through the system. You guys have groomed him. Hats off to you and the coaching staff, because we spoke about Brannas and the next person coming through. I think it's 3 man of the matches now in a row. Because the Lions clearly wanted to nullify him by keeping the ball alive and not obviously having the breakdown. So just any word on him, because once again, vital moments he came through.
Yeah, he's special. Yeah, we knew he was special. We captain S under 20, but I didn't expect it to be quite like this, James. You did right. I mean, he's man of the match week in, week out. You did right. You could see the Lions avoid. They were almost looking where Paul wasn't. It's great to have a takeover from Brunners. Miss Brunners, we're asking a lot of Paul at the moment. I think what we have learned, which we probably was obvious, that patching with a Willie Engelbrecht or a Marcel Tillison there doesn't work for us. It's too different, isn't it? I would love to have Brunners so Paul could do a 30-minute cameo, could do Hammer Havoc for 30, or start with a 50 and then put Brunners on, So we're overloading him a little bit, but KK is back in a couple of weeks, and that's a guy we want to move to 6. Could we get 2 like that, like for like, it can still be great. Brunners will be back, what's the extension? No, but Paul's he's bailed us out a lot this year. Last week was him and Sacha bailed us out a lot. So.
Jobber, the way we're talking about this performance, you wouldn't think the side is 9 from 9 this season. But after a performance like that and the results, kind of what's the messaging of the change room after the game? Is it, pats on backs that we got over the line, or was it actually one of now, when you're in this kind of streak and this kind of winning form, is it more one of like, we weren't quite there, what's the initial messaging?
Yeah, I think it's exactly
how much better do you have to get as a group to
I think it was more, we're not quite there, but I must be careful about being churlish because I wasn't thrilled after La Rochelle. It still was a good win, probably 44 points or whatever. This was going to be a tough game, a local derby, and So the message afterwards was, there were going to be a lot of people criticising us for the season's performance. That game was much tougher than people realised. I think what we need to look at is perhaps our game management towards the back end, and that's not something we often look at, because it's been so good. So it's a good thing for us, because normally we criticise the pack or we didn't work hard enough. There were decisions out there, which is not something we normally get our teeth into. So that was a sort of message. We didn't close out a game, like we should have. But I did say it to them, thank you, because if we'd said in the 20th or 25th of September, we'd be 6 points clear at the top of the URC park come Christmas. I would cut off a couple of digits. I must be careful about being too good, because they're doing a good job. They're doing an amazing job.
Tobo, we're talking about this run that you guys are on now, but in the past, Christmas period have been tricky to navigate, and you usually would start off with a great win before Christmas and then have another good win after. There's a break now, so no one will play with their Christmas lunch in their bellies. But is it? Will you guys be able to maintain that, knowing that the Bulls are coming here? I don't know what they're doing against the Sharks at the moment, but this break could make or break what the Toots.
There's no question we'll be up for the Bulls. We know it's such a special game. We lost here this time last year. We're up for it. We're training properly because we've got this week off. The week that starts, what's today? Saturday. It starts on Monday, and then we've got a full week up to Bulls. Obviously, something like hopefully Gars is back, Sacha's back. It's going to be a big occasion. Expect the stadium to sell out, so we're looking forward to that very much. It's going to be a classic. So we'll be better. But we have done well, you're right. I think we lost a local derby since for long. We got 20 points from 4 last year at home over this period, including Sale. Oh shit, sorry.
Yeah.
This year.
The flower pump.
We've drawn. Scratch.
Sorry, because I was just looking at my computer while writing, so something might have happened that was obvious. But why was Andre Hugo back on the field at the end?
Hooper had something on his foot. It was he couldn't run. He's okay. I think both centres broke some sort of bones in their hands.
Sure.
But I don't know how serious. Johnny looks quite substantial, but I don't know when.
But you've got Damian back, so.
Got Damian back, yeah.
Although, just lastly from my side, I think last year this time, sorry Marco, we spoke about the hooker situation. I don't know if you can recall, we spoke about Skara coming back and Skara being the senior. Now there's a guy called Pupa or Vokozela. Just maybe on him, because guys saw him making his debut the other day, now went off. But just the background, what's the situation like? Where's this guy from?
Fantastic story as well. He's from Khayelitsha, I think Site C, he grew up in a tough environment. His parents were in a spaza shop. I know his one brother was badly stabbed. He was witness to lots of gang warfare. He's talked about fighting with bricks and crates. Really tough upbringing. Got a connection to rugby. He was trying to play soccer. Somebody came and said play rugby, and the only reason he went along was because they gave him a meal. A guy called Murray Ingram with the Connect Academy. Only reason he went to rugby was because they gave him a meal. And that guy got him into I can't remember which, maybe Oscar and Pet, I can't remember, but then he ended up with a scholarship at Rondebosch. He showed a picture of all his friends that were the thing, and all of them gang members now. I mean, really unbelievable stuff. You know, he tells the story about getting up at 3:45 in the morning to get a bus to taxi to Claremont, then running to Rondebosch because there's no train, a bus to Rondebosch Boys High, and getting into trouble for being 5 minutes late, getting there at 8:05. I'm exaggerating, but yeah, he comes from literally nothing, and it's a fantastic story, and that's why he plays like a guy who's desperate, doesn't he? He's not scared of anything physically, and he's absolutely desperate. A powerful story.
Okay.
Coach, really the last question from my side, JP. Coach Ivan said that they did really well to play against the form team in World Rugby. That's what he was saying. Does this help the form that you're in and the wins under the belt? Does it help with rotation further down the line?
We used 40. I think today did we get another one now? We used 40. It does help us. We're trying to build capacity. So it was nice to have Suleiman back today, which was
41. Suleiman's 41.
41. Suleiman is 41 in this season. So that's a hell of a lot of capacity, and it will help us a little bit. We're going to have to obviously get through the Bulls with probably what we think is the team to beat the Bulls, and then look at Harlequins. We're not going to go there and just get rolled over. There's too much at stake, but it will create that Harlequins Leicester will create a bit more space for a bit more. But I honestly don't think one of those 41 players who couldn't start this team. We're not doing anything that's. You guys know enough about the team to know we're not giving. I don't want to use a name, but a guy random run. So I think we're in a good space depth-wise. Probably what's causing me the most stress is the backs, because we just haven't had so many injuries there. The pack has got so much competition. We left out Ruan Nell today. We left out Ollie Kebble today. We left out Connie Evans. So there's massive capacity in the pack. But so that's why Suleiman's return was so important, because the backs are thin. Without Damian, Sacha, Dandrup, JL, Ciabella, now Suleiman's back, thankfully. So it's been a little bit thin in the backs.
Now we're talking about the backs. I saw in the week a guy like Akin Ahmed on the training.
Yeah.
How far back is he in the picking order, or is he in the picture?
Well, he said something very funny. He said, first kicking for poles and writing matric. But he's got the build, he's got the physique, he's got the temperament. But we literally just finished exams, so he'll start training with us now. But he's got the 720 camps. But it's like the top one is Sacha. Damon can cover then Yuri, and then it's probably down to Clinton Swart's gone back to Puma, so it's Carl Smith and Yakin are the next generation now. But we just thought to have him. It's the first time he's sort of been with us. We had to leave him because of a trick, Not that he seems too stressed.
18, how old is he? 18, 19?
Yeah?
18. He's 19.
He's 19, yeah. He's great temper. I'm amazed by his physique, He's a big boy.
Robert, do you have anything like bumping on that centre? I mean, because like if you say Johnny Rush and possibly Wendy are injured and Dan's injured, obviously you've got Damian and you've got Suleiman, but is there any sort of what's coming through?
The coming through were Johnny and a guy called Josh Boo, who's got who's going to be a super player, my word. Him and Johnny in the future, but he's got a broken tibia. He's out till February. So then it'll be a repurpose. I try to think it'll be a repurposing. It'll be Suleiman.
Bruce Sherwood's also coming.
Bruce Sherwood's also coming. He's also been out for like a year and a half.
Sorry,
Bruce Sherwood.
Bruce Sherwood. Oh yes, really?
He's training again.
Jeez, he played for you when he was 17.
Yeah, he's I think the youngest ever Currie Cup.
Yeah.
For D.O. Lawton in 1904 or something. But they chose the older bishops.
Who's Damian Marcus?
Yeah, Dave is in. He's training.
Is he training?
Well, he's not training this week. We're trying to get the guys, just because it seems inhumane to make them train if they're not going to play. So he's off, but he's available for the
And he's going to be in the centres.
Who, Dapey?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be in the mix there.
And Gino Capito?
Gino's with the 7th, but also we got access to him.
You've got access
to him? will be okay.
At Duke, it looks like is JJ injured.
Jonas broken some bone in his wrist. Seems just 4 to 6 weeks. So his Booper and the Scatman's looking in good shape.
Double and just yeah, didn't expect a NFL halftime announcement. Just on Sacha staying till 2029. I know it's a good deal done. People say that.
Yeah, I didn't see the halftime. Yeah, fuck, I'm going to say. No, but listen, he was vital for this franchise. We got it right through Sacha being keen to be here, and also some help from some third parties, which was nice causes. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I don't know if it was masculine learning, and it was it's really good stuff. That did a collective. It was a really collective because the money being demanded overseas, and there was a great spirit of compromise on Sacha's part in terms of price. Collective people who got together to keep him, but I don't think we could have lost him to his franchise, what he stands for, how he plays. We didn't think we would be taken that seriously if we didn't keep some of these, Damian Willemse, Sacha, somebody coming up now, one of the, should have gone blank on the prop I'm thinking of. We would have made the signing of Tooks. Evan Rose was under a lot of demand. This guy. It's important that this Project 29 we could still have these guys around. So it was an important one for us. It took a lot. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work.
You mentioned Damian there. So is he going to be around after 2027?
Well, he's under contract. He's under contract for another season after this. But he's ahead. To me, he's also another really up there with Sacha, what he brings to this group. So that'll be. But there's again, there's help. There's help from help from a third party to help us.
So those guys together, right?
Yeah, it's an important part of that. Very important part of the project.
Cool. Thanks, guys.